Hey, it's Ray. After forever, I have not made a video on this simply because I am actually very busy. I have a job, a life, that. But I am on testosterone. I started testosterone 4 weeks ago, actually. That's cool, I guess.
Alrighty. So which leg would you like me to do? Left. Okay. So when you do your injection at home in 2 weeks.
Right.
There you go. I'm going to slide your shorts up just a little. Okay. There you go. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. There's the prick. And we're done. There. That's it. What do you think?
That's awesome.
That's boring.
So I'm going to talk about this so far. Small changes, big changes. Big changes have been, I shaved part of my eyebrow off. That'll happen on T, I guess. I have actually gone through 2 different hair colors. And I have gone through small changes, and I would just like to talk about them to the people who will be starting T or just started T along with me, so they can know what happens in the first month, basically. It's almost been a full month of being on testosterone. That's cool. Yeah. Before I get started, I would just like to say that everyone's transition happens differently. It happens at different times. It happens from genetics, health, that kind of thing. So I will just get started on things I have experienced through the 4 weeks I've been on testosterone. And that is, one of the first things I noticed was my face got oily, and I actually started getting more acne. I have been on pills to help with the acne, so I advise people who have known to have bad acne, and growing up I used to have bad acne. I used to have some sort of cystic acne with boils. It was bad. I would just like to say it was bad. And so I advise people who are starting testosterone, it is a second puberty, who are known to have bad acne. And even if you never had bad acne, I still advise you to see a dermatologist just in case, because you will break out. You will most definitely break out, especially because it is a second puberty. My face has been more oily, and I've noticed some of my pores have gotten bigger, and that'll happen. But usually the most common thing that you realize fast is acne. That's one of the main things. Second thing that I have noticed is, we don't like to talk about it, but bottom growth. Whoever doesn't know what bottom growth is, let me just explain it. You grow a mini penis. That's what I would like to call it. You grow a mini penis, but you do grow a little bit. It usually happens within the first month. That's what they always say. It usually happens right away. Some people experience it start growing in the first week, some second, third, fourth, but usually it starts in the first month. And it will continue for at least 6 to 1 year of growing, but usually in the first month or 2 it grows the most. Some people grow 1 inch, some people grow 3. It usually goes up to 3 inches. Some people are extra lucky and get 4 inches. Look at that, yeah. Another thing that I have noticed is my hairline is starting to recede a little bit, and I've never been a person with good hairline, but it's starting to recede. Not that much, but more than it was. Another thing I have noticed is that my voice, instead of being high-pitched, has become more monotone without the little squeaks in there. It's become more monotone. It's not the deepest voice yet, and usually that begins to happen in the first 1 to 2 months, is your voice begins to become lower. But usually in the first 2 to 6 months, that's when it drops the most. Another thing I have noticed is my hunger has increased significantly. this, again, might not happen with everyone, but usually on testosterone, like a purity, you will grow. And this might be influenced because I have been working up 3 to 4 times a week since I have started. I am not the best eater and I do not advise it, but I have gone through an eating disorder. Has went from 1 meal to 3 meals a day with snacks. And along with hunger, my weight has increased. I have went from, since again I had an eating disorder and I am not the biggest person, I have went from, in just 4 weeks, I have went from 94 pounds to over 100. Another thing that happens in the first month is mood swings or mood drops. Usually on testosterone, since men, if you know them, they have more anger. It's genetically and scientifically proven that men are usually more hostile than females. So with testosterone, that will cause an imbalance because you're putting a hormone that your body is not used to in large amounts in, and that will become your brain or whatever will become unbalanced, and that will cause mood swings. Some people will go into a depression, some people just get random rages. For me, my mood changes have been I get randomly sad for like 1 to 2 hours and then I'm fine. So if you are a person who gets mad at simple things, you might get a little bit mad, but it will become from here to here, you will get more mad at it, and sometimes you can become hostile, and that's why they advise you continuing counseling or finding something to release the anger or depression. If you're more likely to have depressive phases, even though you will be proud that you're on testosterone, the mood swings will cause you to maybe drop randomly. Happened on testosterone, for me at least, and some people, is that when I get to the midst of my hormone, let me explain, the midst of my hormone is I take a shot every 2 weeks. In the middle of taking those shots, about a weekend of taking a shot, I will have the most energy and I will feel the happiest. Near the time I need to take a new shot, it declines and I get more dysphoric or more sensitive to things. One thing I have noticed is that my feet have grown wider, just like males do, and I think I have to buy new shoes soon. Anyways, that's all I have noticed, and that's how much I have noticed, the small little things, but I know in a month or 2, I will look back at this and I'm gonna be like, oh honey, there's so much more gonna happen. And I know that, but that voice crack was amazing. My voice has started cracking. I do not appreciate it, but it will happen. Oh God. Hello? And that's all for today. Goodbye. Look at my fucking cow. I think that it's a cow. I promise you it's a cow.